Do you encounter people in your life who just will not stop talking about their religion? It can be exhausting. It can make you just want to scream, oh my gosh, stop. Not everybody believes what you believe. And so if you find yourself encountering these type people, I want to say in this video a little bit about why some people may behave this way, and then talk about a little bit about maybe how we can go about navigating that when we encounter this type of dynamic. So some people really do find their identity in their religion. Everything they understand about who they are, how they see the world, how they think, how they inhabit environments, everything about themselves is wrapped up in their religion. So that religion is now their identity. And they really then have a hard time being someone else apart from this particular identity. And the thing about it is, they can be quite threatened by others who don't believe the way they believe, because this religious framework is truly their identity. They feel kind of a threat to their very identity if someone does not think the way they do or have these same religious beliefs or what have you. And so that is one reason that these people might be approaching the situation with being able to talk about nothing but their religion, because it is so much, most of who they are. And so what it can be very exhausting when you are encountering this type of dynamic frequently. And so it's important for those of us who don't appreciate that dynamic to understand maybe how we might navigate this situation when we run into it. And one of the first things is probably determining how important this person is to you. So the person who has their identity wrapped up in this religion and is making this a part of every conversation they have, if this person is a person that matters to you, maybe trying to determine, is this person of good heart? Are they, doing it out of the goodness of their heart, and they don't mean any harm, but this is just the way they are in the world, and who they are and who they see themselves to be. And if that's the case, maybe kind of understanding, we're not likely to change people. And in fact, we really can't control others. All we can control is ourselves. And so this person is just who they are. And so maybe figuring out, when you do interact with a person, kind of, girding yourself for what you will probably encounter as part of the conversation with them. Now, if this is a person who is not all that important to you in your life, it is very appropriate to kind of, make sure you have some boundaries about what you will and won't tolerate. So if there's a way to shut the conversation down and say, I'm not interested in talking about that, or, switching subjects, what was the latest sports, that was on the TV, or, it could be even just saying, I'm not going to participate in this conversation, and walking away. So there are dynamics that may require just kind of removing yourself if possible. And then again, understanding it probably does not make a lot of sense to really engage and, be in some type of maybe argument or debate or anything with this person, because again, their beliefs are so central to who they are. They are not likely to be swayed. And so it's probably a lost cause to try to persuade them to something different. So just allowing them to be who they are. This is who they are. This is their identity. And it just may not be a person, that you want to have a lot of interaction with. And so just know, if you have if you encounter this dynamic a lot and are exhausted by it, know that you are not alone. Know that it is very common to feel so frustrated by it, and to just, you know, really want to say, please be respectful. Goodness, not everybody believes what you believe. So anyway, we can navigate this in as kind a way as possible, and um, be respectful of others. You know, I think a lot of us do understand that people have different beliefs, and so you know, we'll try to hold on to that understanding as we interact in our days. So please let me know in the comments if this is something that you've been encountering a lot, and how you have handled it. And let me know if you need any help or support, and anything that you may be going through along these lines. So I am Ashley, your secular chaplain, and I look so forward to seeing you in the next video.